We are going live. So Vipul, we are live.
No, I think not. Yeah.
Let's go ahead, Vipul, we are live.
Hi all, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Welcome you all to the meeting number 314 for Turning Point Toastmaster Club. So I am the Sergeant at Arms for today and maybe for next roles also. We provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to deliver communication and leadership skills resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. You are now inside the code of conduct of a Toastmaster meeting. Please be advised that the meeting is recorded and that it not be possible to pause the meeting. The following are the ground rules for the meeting. For the audience, please be advised that any behavior that disturbs the flow of the meeting result in removal from the meeting room without any warning. Please ensure that the noise-making devices are either switched off or on silent mode. Please speak responsibly on religion, sex, and politics in your speech. As far as possible, please keep your videos on, audio off, and applause flowing throughout. Be the kind of audience for others you would like to have for yourself. As a role player, apart TMOD, TTMMG, please ensure a smart audio video check before handing over the speech to respective role players. Role players, please rename yourself as role player. Your name, your club, you can omit your club if you are the part of Turning Point Toastmasters. Please acquaint yourself with the role of the timer. The timer will use background change screen sharing to indicate time using one of the cards. In the Zoom meeting, we encourage the use of we encourage you to use the emoticons generously to encourage role players. We sincerely request to not send chat messages to everyone or the speaker on stage. In fact, refrain from chatting altogether and focus on the speaker. Reiterating, please stay on mute until asked and specifically request to unmute. Polls will be launched after each section and they will be closed after 30 seconds. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Vipul Vachani, who was our Sergeant Ground for today's meeting number 5. Why pi? Because 3.14. That was a poor math joke. Those who were really poor in school days, they did not get it, including
because pi is irrational.
Yeah, so is Srishti. So are a few others. But yeah, we are a group of rational people who have very rationally conducted an election just now. And welcome everyone officially once again, including our guests Animesh and Mansi. Let's have a round of applause. Nitin is no more a guest. He just supported the club election and he is a fellow president from Spearhead, our sister club. Ladies and gentlemen, today I have 2 announcements for you. One is, yes, we conducted our election just recently. The club executive committee for the upcoming term, July to December 2023, will be uploaded very soon in the club group. On the high level, the highlight is that we have our president Madhav Upadhyay elected to continue his vision to take this club from stabilizing to go for the glory, to become the best club in D41. And that's really shooting for the stars. And with stellar support from the upcoming young EC, we will definitely reach at least the moon. We have Utkarsh Sharma following in my footsteps, becoming the VP Education in the coming term. And yes, we have VP membership as well, repeating the term, Priyanka Mishra. For VP Public Relation, we have a new face. Can anyone remember what's the name? Let's check quickly if you are awake.
Rohan Dhage.
Mr. Rohan Dhage is going to apply his digital marketing course and is going to make this club viral. So let's have a round of applause for Rohan. For secretary, we have someone who nominated from the floor, won the support. and becoming the record keeper for all our upcoming meetings. And looking forward to you, Neeraj, to start recording maybe the minutes of the meeting, today's meeting onwards itself, because you are the one person who can actually implement your role today onwards itself. And we'll, of course, support you in that. In the upcoming term, I will be the treasurer in this club. And I will announce now the sergeant at arms, considered the seventh top role in the club. But for me, it is the most important role. A person who just did this role, implemented this role in front of you, got the script less than 10 seconds before. And you would not have guessed by the way he performed this role. So huge round of applause for Vibhul Kachar. The second announcement I have is we have onboarded our 21st member, Piyush Jain. Congratulations. He is not here today, but it's a matter of privilege for us that we are a 21 member strong community now. And it's a proud moment for all of us to really call ourselves TPTMian or whatever you can put at the end as a suffix. TPTM? Yeah, that sounds better.
Point turners. Maybe that.
Turning pointers.
Point turners.
Pointers. All right. Creativity applause. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Renu Kumari as well joining us from Spearhead. So for Renu, Mansi and Nimesh, my request is stay till the very end and do provide us your feedback. For now, I will invite now, well, where is our, okay, we still have some time in, or yeah.
Anant, Toastmaster Madhav Vashisht is trying to join. He has some network issues from his end, so he's trying to join.
By the time Madhav Vashisht joins, since we are going to have a very short and crisp meeting, let me invite now the general evaluator of this meeting to explain the role of, well, her office as well as her entire team, mini team today, by the time Madhav joins. So let's have Gunjan on the spot, please. Hi, Gunjan, quick audio video check.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are. Go ahead.
Greetings, fellow Toastmasters and guests. The purpose of the general evaluator is to evaluate everything that takes place throughout the meeting. During the meeting, I'll take notes on everything that happens and does not happen. I will evaluate each participant on the meeting program and look for good examples of preparation, organization, delivery, enthusiasm, observation, and performance of the team. Today, we have one prepared speech, and correspondingly, we will have one evaluator who would be evaluating the speech. Further, I will have timer in my team who would be timing the prepared speeches, table topic speeches, and the evaluator. The timing for the prepared speaker would be 5 to 7 minutes, who would show a green card at 5 minutes, yellow card at 6 minutes, and red card at 7 minutes. Timing for the table topic speeches would be 1 to 2 minutes, wherein at 1 minute, green card will be shown, at 1.5 minutes, yellow card, and then at 2 minutes, red card will be shown by the timer. Then for the speech evaluator, timing would be 2 to 3 minutes, wherein timer will show the green card at 2 minutes, yellow at 2.5 minutes, and red card at 3 minutes. So yeah, and at the end of the meeting, I'll give my report. So that is all about my role. Over to you, Anand, as of now.
Thank you, Gunjan. Thank you so much, Gunjan. Thanks for explaining your role. Since Madhav has not joined so far, let's quickly...
Madhav has joined.
Madhav has joined. Fantastic. So, ladies and gentlemen, quick introduction about Madhav. He is a final year graduate from Pilani in Rajasthan. And this person I came across as a very humble person. But after a few days of the classes, then he opened his mouth, and then I came across a force to reckon with. This person just wowed me with his attitude right there in the beginning, because among a sea of very unpolished gems. Here, someone who was very polished. He was just sitting over there, and the way he interacted with me, he created a very strong first impression. Today, he is playing Toastmaster of the Day for the very first time. Yes, Mother? And looking forward to have an equally strong first impression from him today as well. Ladies and gentlemen, please, with a thunderous round of applause, welcome Madhav Vashisht, our Toastmaster of the Day. Madhav, quick audio video check. Can you hear us? Madhav, your voice is a bit muffled.
Okay. Am I now
Louder, please.
visible?
Now you're audible and visible. Go ahead, please.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, friends. Thank you for this great introduction. I'm very grateful to you because you are the teacher and I'm the student. So you have taught me very well. I hope I got this point. So, good evening, fellow Toastmasters, and I am hoping you had a great day. And by great day, I mean, I think you have been listening to good music because today's topic is music. Music is a very important aspect of our day-to-day life. When we are sad, we listen to music. When we are happy, we listen to music. When we are in a romantic mood with our partner, we listen to good music. And when we are in a very depressed mood, we can listen to motivational music. So music is of different kinds. But I want to ask a particular person. Let's go with Vipul. Vipul, can you name your favorite singer? Who is your favorite singer?
Javed Ali.
Javed Ali, very nice. Recently he sung in Brahmastra and he's a very fantastic singer. Okay, let me ask a different question now. Who is your favorite musician?
Pritam.
Pritam. Okay, nice. Pritam is a nice, he's a very famous musician. Nice, fair enough, nice choice. But the thing is, when I asked you about your favorite singer, you had a different answer. And when I asked you about your favorite musician, you had a different answer. So both of your answers were different. This means that we basically have a little bit of technical knowledge about what is difference between a singer, a musician, a lyric writer, a producer, and all of that. When I was 14 years old, when I was in class 9, I had the same questions because from beginning, I had a lot of doubt in my mind. And I was listening to people, but I had never understood what's the difference between a singer, a musician, a producer, and all that. So what I did was I took all the question and query in my mind and I went to my music teacher at that time. And I asked him, sir, can you please explain what is the difference between a lyricist or a musician or a singer or a producer? And more importantly, can you answer my question about what is the definition or what is music in itself? My music teacher looked at me and he smiled and he said, okay, you asked a very deep question. I didn't realize it was a deep question. I thought it was a general question. He told me that, okay, now sit down, I will answer you. He said, please take a deep breath before I will answer you the question. Answer you the question. And I said, okay, no problem. I took a deep breath and he answered my question. And what he answered, I was expecting a Google definition. Like music is something that makes you happy or sad. I was expecting a Google definition. But he gave me a very persistent and technical answer, which I was not expecting. I thought music teachers were just basically there for you to make you sing in prayers and assemblies and make you sing in, the annual day functions or any song or patriotic song competitions, which I also did and he also did, but he had a deep knowledge. He said to me, listen, Marco, music, and when we talk about music, the first kind of music we talk about is of classical music. There's music is of different kinds. There is pop music, there is rock, there is jazz, but these all different kind of music have all emerged from a single type, which is classical music. And classical music in Hindi is known as Sangeet. And Sangeet is consists of three parts. That is Gayan, Vadan, and Nritya. And I was like, Nritya, Gayan, Vadan, I don't understand. Please, can you elaborate more? And he told me that, Madhav, listen, when you think of music, you think of an Arijit Singh song, or a Pritam song, or a Javed Ali song. You think of a rhythm being played and a singer singing that song. But you never think about dancing, because when you see a big picture, Bollywood picture, there's a lot of dancing, but you never consider dancing as a part of that music. And I said, yeah, because dancing is different and music is different. He said, no. In basic Indian classical music, the music comprises of three parts. That is Gayan, which means singing, Gana. There is Vadan. Vadan means musical instruments, playing of musical instruments. And then there is Nritya. Nritya comprises of dancing. And I was a bit shocked. I mean, Nritya, dancing really is this part of music? Because from my perspective, dance was a completely different path. I thought, yeah, no, man, dance could not be there. And he gave an example. See, have you watched National Geography or Discovery channels? Yes. Have you watched any documentaries related to the tribal communities and tribal culture? I'm like, yes. See, have you ever encountered any tribal community where there was a tribal song playing around and there wasn't any dancing around it? I was like, no. Have you seen Bahubali? And I was like, yes. There was a scene when the golden statue was falling off. And by enchanting the name of Bahubali, all the musicians got very excited and start to playing the instruments very in a very energetic manner. And the dancer also started dancing in a very energetic manner. So the music comprises not only of the rhythm or the background score of the music, it also comprises of singing and the dancing. And it opened my eyes, and I was very shocked, and I was very like, what can I say? You can express my feeling is I never thought of dancing as a part of music. So it really opened my eyes, and it affected me in a way that sometimes in life, the decisions or the things which you are seeing in front of you, you might think that you know all about them, but that might not be the case. So it deeply impacted in me, and I learned a valuable lesson from it. So there are a lot of things I want to talk about. I also want to interact with you guys. But before going into that, I just want to share what the meeting pattern is going to be today. So what the meeting pattern is going to be, we would have three rounds and three rounds, and the first will be speech, in which Utkarsh will be the speaker, and he would be evaluated by the speech evaluator, which would be Srishti. And then there will be a table topic session, in which table topic session would be led by Rohan, and the different contestant will be given different and unique and exciting topics, and they would be allowed to speak for a minute or so. And at last there will be a journal evaluation, where Gunjan will evaluate all our speeches, me also, and the table topics along with the team and timer. Okay. So before inviting Utkarsh, I would like to invite our general evaluator for the day, Gunjan Shah.
Madhav, we have covered the general evaluator team introduction.
Okay, sorry. Before inviting Utkarsh, I would like to invite his evaluator for the day, Srishti Malhotra. Srishti, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Madhav. Today, Toastmaster Utkarsh is going to attempt his level 1 project 2, which is writing a speech with purpose. The purpose of this project is to learn or review basic methods for writing a speech with a well-defined purpose and to present a well-organized speech on any topic. He is supposed to write a speech with purpose, and the speech that he creates must be well written and clearly focused. Their goal is to meet their expressed purpose statement with a well executed speech. The expressed purpose statement for Toastmaster Utkarsh's speech is to inspire. So over to you, Toastmaster Madhav.
Thank you, Srishti. So I would like to call Utkarsh. Utkarsh has done his PhD from JNU, and he's a very impeccable speaker. He's a very nice speaker. We all have known him from quite a few times, and I'm very inspired by him. So I would hand over to Utkarsh. The title of his speech is "What is the point of living?" Am I correct? I don't know the title of the speech because you mentioned at the critical time, but I hope it is quite similar to that.
What's the point of life if we eventually die?
Okay, so the title of the speech is "What's the point of the life if we eventually have to die?" What's the point of life if we eventually have to die? Over to you, Utkarsh.
There comes a point in our lives where no matter how successful, happy, or attractive we think we are bound to question why we are here, what we are doing, and where we are going. How does one find the motivation to do what one does? Don't we ever wonder why we go through all this effort when we all will eventually meet the same fate, which is the final destination, death? I know this is becoming borderline existential. And before you brand me as depressed or hopeless, throw in several psychiatrists and therapists' name on the table. How about I request you to hold your horses for a minute and allow me to ask this pertinent and supposedly healthy question? What's the point of it all? I once asked my grandma the same thing, and her reply has always stuck with me. She told me, Beta, life's meaning and purpose lies in the beauty of the journey and not the destination. Maybe there's no single thing that brings meaning per se, but the journey itself may be what helps us find the purpose. And when I talk about the journey, I mean every aspect of it, from savoring the pleasant experiences to learning from mistakes. Life also grants us the remarkable ability to make choices, to chart our own course and path. Our choices, both big and small, become the brushstroke that paint the canvas of our lives. Personally, whenever I make long-term choices of life, I always ponder over few deliberations. Number one, what would I like to be remembered for? Instead of solely focusing on short-term ambitions, contemplate what is the legacy that I would like to leave behind. This goes beyond the material achievements and delves into the essence of our being. Late Lata Mangeshkar ji once said that she wants people to remember her as someone who tried to serve the nation through her love for music. Number two, if I had the superpowers, which problem would I solve first? Imagine having the power to address any problem in the world. Which issue would I prioritize? This exercise helps me explore my genuine concerns and passions. And for me, it is providing equity and quality education for all. Number three, what's the one activity that keeps me lose track of time? Observe the activities that engross you to the point where time seems to slip away effortlessly. For me, it is reading books on culture, productivity, growth, and spirituality. By embracing these principles and actively pursuing what resonates with me, I embark on a transformative quest towards a life filled with purpose and fulfillment. Finally, let's get back and address the original question. Why do anything if we all be dead one day? I'm starting to realize that maybe I should have rephrased this question. Instead, what you might want to ask yourself is, if we won't be here one day, why not live a life that is true to who you are, what you like to do, and without regrets? The bitter negative tone to it is now gone. Once we are able to understand that our time is limited, we tend to become better at prioritizing things and end up eliminating all those superficial things which have no value in our life. With every interaction you make, every action you take, I urge you to keep this singular question in your mind. Contemplate this, because this is how you truly become free, no matter who you are, where you are at, or what you have done. So, how have you been going about living your life? Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day, Madhav Vashisht. I think he has some network issues again. Oh, he's back.
Yeah. So thank you, Utkarsh. It was a very fantastic speech, as we always give very fantastic speeches, and it was very nice. Let's wait for 1 minute. If anyone have any feedback, timer, please show the green card after 1 minute.
Please share your feedback anonymously only in private chat to speaker directly.
Okay. So, okay. Now I would request all of the people in the meeting to please switch on their cameras. We'll take a quick selfie. And if required, please show your reactions too.
I will take one. Shashi, if possible, you also, Utkarsh, you also pick one. Everyone show some kind of emojis, love, affection, smile. Taken. Over to you, mother.
Oh, thank you. Now, before going to the table topics section, I just want to know from you your perspective on music. Because music has changed my life. I hope it has impacted your life in a certain way also. So, any volunteers who want to share what music has impacted on their life? Yes, Srishti, please go on.
Who remembers being 13 years old and crying to the song or any of these songs, never having had any kind of relationship in their life before, lying on the floor with tears coming down their eyes? So I think music has been a way for all of us to actually expand our emotional depth, or I don't know, deepen our emotional depth and expand our emotional vocabulary. It exposes us to ideas which we did not even know existed before. Like for 13-year-old me, relationships and romantic love. So yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's a fundamental place that music has in my life.
Yeah, same for like for all the teenagers, this goes the same. Like I also felt that even though I had zero girlfriends at the time, but I also felt that oh no man, Arijit Singh or Atif Aslam or I don't know, it just felt different. And yeah, it just feels the same way. I agree with you, Srishti. Yeah. And anyone else want to share any particular thing or any like which kind of genre of music you want like to listen? Because for me particularly, I like to listen to more of a I don't know. I might be over my age, but I like to listen more of philosophical music if that makes any sense. Like that for the old generation music, and I like to listen classical music a lot, which is more philosophical. Philosophy. So anyone also want to share? That what can okay, yeah, Vipul. Yeah.
So my father and mother are quite big fan of music. So I remember the days of FM radio when I don't have a choice what music to play, but I have to listen what there was playing. So it's a mix of music, every genre, everything. But greatly when I got the Walkman or something like that, the taste didn't change. I listened to everything. Not a big fan of breakup songs. I'm a fan of more of a classical music like Jagjit Singh or the Ghulam Ali, you can say, or the Javed Ali ones.
Yeah, yeah.
And apart from it, in the rap music, Eminem works for me.
Okay. Any
Thank
Indian rapper you like or just the foreign ones?
Indian rapper not too famous to you to know.
Okay, okay, maybe possible. Okay, since we don't have much time, so I would like to go move the meeting further for table topics. For table topic master, I would like to invite Rohan. Rohan, please have a quick audio check.
Hi, Madhav. Am I audible and visible?
Yes, you are audible as well as visible.
Thank you so
And,
much.
Yeah, Rohan is a very nice. I always like his energy. When I see him, he's always smiling. I don't know what he's smiling about, but he's always smiling. I really like his energy, man. You're super. It's always
you,
nice.
thank
It's
you.
always mood refreshing to see. Yeah. So please take over.
Good evening, all fellow Toastmasters. So I'll be doing table topic master session today. Before going to table topic session, I would like to inform you all table topic session where I will be giving one topic to you guys and expecting you to speak on that same topic. 1.5 be showing green card to you. Hello.
Yeah,
Go
Rohan,
ahead.
you
We
are
can hear you
audible.
now.
You're audible.
Yeah. For 1.5 minute, will be showing yellow card to you, and then red card for 2 minutes. So I'll be like to ask Mansi if she can.
Rohan, you can also ask people to raise their hands if they want to volunteer.
Okay.
We have a few guests. We have Ranjana, we have Mansi, and Renu Kavita, who are not playing any role.
Yeah, that's what they are guests. That's why I prefer them. Hi, Mansi.
Hello.
Yeah, you are audible and visible. So a topic for you is quite relevant to our today's theme. What is your favorite song and why? Mansi, what is your favorite song and why?
Okay, that's an interesting one. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to share my views on music and on my favorite song. So, my favorite song is not only one particular song. Whenever I listen new music, I am fond of this music, and whenever I listen another one, so it become my new favorite music. I'm that type of person who love the old music of like 90s music, and I hear that music those music when I in doing household work. I really enjoy hearing these music, so I can easily do whatever I want to do without getting tired of doing these things. So yeah, it's really helps me a lot to do things easily while listening music. That's I like the most. And as I talk about my recent singer, I really love to listen the music of Arman Malik, and I really enjoy all the music of him. And I think music really helps people to get through from problems, tensions, and music is like medicines for our soul. Music has their own world, and music is really good. I think you all should hear your music whenever you get tired and you get depressed. It's really help you to get through from music. Thank you. It's all about from me, Madhav. Over to you.
Not over to me. It's Rohan.
Thank you, Mansi. It was love to hear that your thoughts on music. Yeah, definitely, I'm agreeing to you. that we have particular moods, and that moods gives different preferences to us to choose our music. If you'll be sad, some energetic music, if you'll listen, then yeah, our mood will get changed accordingly. Thank you so much, Mansi. Next, I would like to ask Ranjana.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi, Ranjana. Good evening.
Good
So
evening.
topic for you is, which person inspires you and why? Ranjana, which person inspires you and why? Over to you.
Okay. Thank you for the topic. So, the person who inspires me the most these days is Sri Ravi Shankar. So I am a follower of Art of Living. It's a spiritual, you can say, a platform where we all meet and we learn some techniques. And he's a founder of the Art of Living organization, which is running in almost like more than 200 countries in the world. And they have, he's taught a technique which is called the Sudarshan Kriya, and which helps you to combat stress and helps you to get you to a higher vibrational frequency. So this is something which I learned almost 20 years back, and this Kriya was designed by him almost like 40, 50 years back now. So it was in the group like he just started with 4-5 people, and it's just grown tremendously. So why I get inspired from him is that fortunately I got a chance to visit him twice in the last 3 months. He we all feel that spirituality means seriousness, and you need to leave things, and you need to become less materialistic, and then go for it. However, with Sri Ravi Shankar, I think what takes me towards him and his Kriya is that he has got an amazing sense of humor, and he has amazing wisdom tips which are very practical, short and sweet. So there's not too much of gyan and not too much of lecture. And so I'm quite inspired by his aura and what he's trying to preach. So currently these days I'm trying to get back to my Sudarshan Kriya, and he's an inspiration. And when I see people running around him like crazy, I feel that there's something definitely in him, that why people won't run after you or me. They will run after someone from where they will get something to nourish themselves. So I think that inspires me the most. He inspires me the most. Thank you.
Thank you, Ranjana. That was great to hear your story about Sri Ravi Shankar ji. Yeah, certainly many people follows him, and he had changed many people's lives, certainly. So next, I would like to ask Animesh to come on spot.
Hi everyone. Hello.
Hi.
This is what, 1 month? About a month since I came to Turning Point, I guess.
Thank you. Thank you for informing us. So topic for you is, what is your favorite movie and why? Animesh, what is your favorite movie?
You really had to ask me that, Rohan. Really? All right. I mean, a better question would have been, since we are on the topic of music, would have been, what's your favorite movie soundtrack? Because I really love to hear, movie soundtracks. And honestly, here's why. You know how in every movie, how in movies nobody notices that the reason why you get hyped up about a moment is because of the music around it. That when you're watching it on the big screen, the reason why you get so hyped up about, you know, any particular moment that's, you know, approaching a crescendo, that's because of the music. So to that and I would say anything that Hans Zimmer composed or A.R. Rahman has composed would be like one of my favorite, would be, you know, right up there in my favorites list. So very recently, you know, I revisited my collection of A.R. Rahman songs, and let me tell you, when I did some of his 90s songs, like not 90s, I would say, you know, early 2000s songs, like You Hi Chala Chal and You Hi Chala Chal and Ye Tara Wo Tara. These songs. Then in the 90s there was Dil Se and Ramta Jogi. These songs were, you know, composed by him. They kind of uh, they kind of reminded me of the movies that I had watched. Even Dil Se itself was a really cool movie. Roja was a really cool movie. Swades was again a really cool movie. So there's immense favorites. There's a big list of favorites. So I cannot, you know, pinpoint and, you know, tell you, okay, this is a particular favorite. There are so many of those. So thank you very much. I hope you had a lovely time listening to me. Thank you. All right, back to you, Rohan.
Wonderful, Animesh. Yeah, certainly. Oh, songs make movie hype. I would like to add a few movies, just like Kabir Singh, Rockstar, and then I forgot one more. I just thought about, but yeah, certainly. Next, I would like to ask Neeraj.
We will have just one final topic for today. So
Okay.
we have three hands
Neeraj,
raised.
I thought.
Srishti is anyway playing evaluator. I would request you to pick between Nitin or Neeraj.
Yeah. Neeraj?
Yeah.
Okay, Neeraj, topic for you is, what is the best way to spend rainy day? Neeraj, what is the best way to spend rainy day?
For me, the best day to spend rainy day when I was child was to go outside, enjoy every drop coming from the sky. But now that people change, I enjoy my best day to prepare something to give myself a small treat with few snacks that I made myself, like bread pakora or something like that, or toast with good cup of tea, which is my favorite. And like at every occasion, when I'm feeling sad, I'm feeling hungry, so I treat myself with a cup of tea. So yeah, I would like to spend my rainy day with snack along with a tea. And on top of that, to enjoy it even more, I would like to have a good company with whom I can share my experiences of life, all my ups, downs, and maybe we can watch something together on the TV. So this is how I would like to spend my time. Thank you so much. Over to you, Rohan.
Rohan, if you're there. I think he's not responding. Okay, let's move on. So all of you spoke very nice, and I didn't expect just Animesh spoke of background scores, and it really had been thinking like, yes, I didn't talk about the Oscar. We won Oscars, guys, for RRR, Natu Natu, and this explains a lot. Even though the foreigners or Americans didn't understand a single word of the lyric, what it meant, the Natu Natu, but still, because music has an amazing feeling, and it doesn't require words or lyrics to understand that feeling. So even being center of pop culture and having Western influence in the music, they understood what the song was trying to convey in that particular scene of that movie and as a whole. And MM the musician, won not only A.R. Rahman. Now we have two music composers who won the Oscars. Now, along with that, along with that, the main question lies is that there is no art without the artist, and same applies in the case of music. There is no music without the musician. We know the great and the legend of our music industry, of our Indian music industry, or we would like to call it Bollywood music industry, is the great, the legend, Lata Mangeshkar. She was an inspiration to us all, because when I saw her documentary in a very modernish way, when it came to Star Plus, and many of the singers came to give her tribute in a show called Naam Reh Jaye, Meri Awaaz Ko Hai. In that, Sonu Nigam, who was the host, told the story of Lata Mangeshkar. I won't take a long time, but he basically told that Lata Mangeshkar, at the age of 5, her father died, who was an inspiration to us. But despite of that, because she was very into music and mostly into classical music, but because at that time there was no pop music, it was all classical music. So she learned classical music on her own and through her teachers. And despite all the challenges, because at first she was acting in films so that she could feed her family. But after some times, she got really, I would say, distracted and depressed, because she was not getting a kick out of it. She was not feeling right. She was not feeling that this is not who I am, and this is not the work which I am meant to be. So she quit acting, got into singing, and perfected herself so much that as of now, she is, and I'm saying, she is the greatest female singer of all time, according to me, at least in India. And so by that, we can understand that music is not without musician, and musician like Lata Mangeshkar, Kishore Kumar, Muhammad Rafi, and many more musicians, even Arijit Singh, the so-called the best male singer present now, which is most the famous one. I don't argue that he's the best, but I argue he's the most famous one right now. He has faced many challenges. So by their challenges, the musicians' challenges, we can understand that no matter what problems arise in a path of your life, you must always confront those problems and live up to your passion and live up to the life to the fullest by giving your work the best. In the musician's case, it was the music, the singing. In our case, it might be different things. So with that, I want to wrap up now, and I want to move on to general evaluation, and I would like to call Gunjan for the general evaluation.
Thank you, Toastmaster Madhav. And so before I start my report, I would like to invite Srishti to evaluate the speech of our prepared speaker.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Today, I am evaluating the speech of Utkarsh Sharma. His purpose was to write a speech with purpose. Utkarsh, I will give you three evaluations. One would be the commendations, things that you did well, the recommendations, and I will also give you a challenge at the end. So, based on your speech, you excelled at topic selection and treatment. You had quotes, you had anecdotes, you took something that was very universal. And it was lovely to see you use the title to catch the interest of the audience. Your structure was well defined. You had a clear beginning, middle, and end. And you tied it all together by addressing the original question again in the conclusion. You were comfortable and your body language reflected that. Now, as for what you may want to work on, I would say it would be vocal variety and audience interaction. In vocal variety, if you break your speech into two parts, the first 3/4 of your speech could have been more impactful had you varied your tone and used volume, pauses, and speed as tools to push a message forward. And lastly, to challenge yourself, I would request you to look back at your recording and actually compare and contrast your vocal variety from the first 2/3 of the speech and the last third of your speech, and you will be able to see the difference yourself. And of course, to end with, you had a great topic and treatment, and I think that you can make your delivery more impactful by now working on the softer aspects of presentation, such as vocal variety, audience interaction, etc. So over to you, Toastmaster Gunjan.
Shrishti, just to clarify, you said I had vocal variety at either 2/3 of my speech, the beginning 2/3 or the last 1/3?
Last 1/3. We can connect
Thank
further offline. Yeah.
Sure, thank you.
Thank you, Srishti, for your quick report. Going further, about the Sergeant at Arms, we started our meeting at our targeted time, which was 8 o'clock today. The club mission statement was properly read. Then about the presiding officer, we had our election today and he recognized the new executive committee well. And then he also, and the guests were also recognized. Then coming to the Toastmaster of the day, the theme music, it was chosen really well. The information that he shared was quite useful, and I found the energy of our Toastmaster of the day really well. I really liked his energy. And just one thing, I think because of some technical glitch, internet issue, he joined, I think, a bit late, but that was very well managed by Anant, the presiding officer, that he introduced the general evaluator. Then about the Toastmaster of the day, he introduced all the role players well. About the table topic master, he kept the topics around the theme of the day, which was nice. He kept the table topics easy. Everyone was able to speak on the topics given by the table topic master. He also had the follow-up comments for the speakers, which was really great. But then again, there was some internet issue on his part as well. So that is, I think that is fine, but we should always try to manage the internet issue throughout the meeting. For the table topic speakers, I noted a few table topic speakers mentioned like the thanks, like they thanked the table topic master for giving the speech, then they delivered their speech. But we do not encourage that practice because this is how they get some time to think about the topic, and that's how they deliver it. So we can like minimize the usage. I mean, anything before starting the topic, like we should directly start our speech. So yeah, and regarding the timing report, Anand has already shared the timing report on the chat, given the time constraint for the meeting. And yes, this is all I have in my report today. Back to you, table topic master. Sorry, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Gunjan, for sharing an awesome report, and I really enjoyed the report. It was very thorough and it was very informative. Hope your feedback helps us a lot. And yeah, with that, I would like to end the meeting. If anyone wants to say anything.
Allow me to end the meeting.
Okay, sure. Are you a timer? I would like to hand over to
I'm
you, but there
also
was no PO.
I am the presiding officer since you joined late.
Sorry.
No worries. Quick, let us first, before we congratulate each other, we have one poll remaining. So let's have a poll for best role player among the Toastmaster of the evening, table topic master, and general evaluator. Let's quickly close it. You must have seen all of them performing today. You already have voted for best table topic speaker. By the time you vote for this final category, quick audience feedback, very quick because it is 8:56. We intend to close sharp at 9. Let's check with Ranjana first. Ranjana, quick feedback, maybe a couple of compliments, if possible, couple of areas we can improve.
Actually, this is the first meeting I'm attending, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I love the coordination, which was, between the teammates. So I don't know how long you all have been associated, but whatever it is, the coordination was very well, done. And I mean, it shows a lot of understanding and synchronization between the team. So that is what what I could, first thing which I could take from this today's episode, like today's meeting. And for further improvements, I think if more members can join in, I think if that is could be encouraged, so then you have more ideas, more minds together. So that will be an added advantage. So that's what I.
Very nice observation, Ranjana. Just to share with you, we meet purely online. This is an online only club. And the coordination that you are seeing, despite that, is a testimony to the hunger for learning among our members. And this is the soft skill aspect of coordination and team management that we are all learning in parallel to public speaking and leadership. So very nice observation on your part. We would love to see you joining more and more in our club meetings.
Sure. So it's on Thursdays, right? Every Thursday.
Same days, same time, Thursdays, 7 to 9 p.m. Today we had an election, so we started our regular meeting at 8. Otherwise, it's 7 to 9 p.m.
All right.
Neeraj, well, you already have spoken in today's meeting. Do we have anyone who has not spoken? Everyone has got a chance to speak. Maybe Nitin, in this meeting per se, what's your feedback after this meeting's experience so far?
So I generally love themes which don't just end during the meeting, which resonates through. And I think throughout the meeting, I was chatting personally with individuals, a lot of them, and got a lot of song recommendations. So that's why I love these such themes where we always get something which is we take away, not just for the sake of something learning, but something enjoyment purpose as well. And yes, when Animesh is he's still here, or is he left? He's left. Okay.
I'm here.
So
I'm
yeah,
here,
when he
guys.
mentioned that, when his table topic, when he mentioned Ramta Jogi, there's a shiver went through my spine, and like just remembered all the memories from that. So wonderful topic and wonderful experience over here. And again, congratulations to the new incoming EC. All the best for your roles. It will be challenging, but I guess that's where what leaders do. They raise to the challenge. And, I think I've heard this line, you do not meet the expectation, you raise them. So try to do that in the next 6-7 months.
Thank you so much, Nitin. And with that, let me announce the result for today's slots. In the table topic section, it is, of course, the crowd favorite Animesh Das, who wins the best table topics speech. And in prepared,
so much.
in the best role player category, it is the Toastmaster of the day with so many good suggestions for soundtracks and a deep knowledge about the classical Indian songs, the music. He takes the cake. Congratulations, Mother. Well, that's a wrap for today's meeting. We will switch off the live recording, and I think Gunjan, you will have to do that. So switch the recording off. And ladies and gentlemen, our next meeting begins now. With that thought, we take a leave. We meet next week, same day, same time, 7 p.m. Thursdays, Turning Point 315.